Hello everyone. Welcome you all to Sri Jain Rank Zone classes. Students, I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, in the last lectures we have completed different types of primates. We have completed the evolutionary background of human evolution. And today we are going to finish this chapter. Before starting to the finish line, I would like you to solve with me some of the previous year questions from the question banks. So my dear students, welcome you all to the Neet time on the very mesmerizing platform of Sri Jain Rank Zone classes. Starting with the very first question. The very first question is an isolated population of humans with approximately equal number of blue-eyed and brown-eyed individuals, okay, was decimated by an earthquake. Earthquake means a natural disaster, okay. So before the disaster, the blue-eyed and the brown-eyed individuals, they basically share the part of the population. Only a few brown-eyed people they remain to form in the next generation. After this disaster, only some of the part of the population only remain to survive, that is to the brown-eyed people. This kind of change in the gene pool is called Hardy-Weinberg's equilibrium, block gene flow, bottleneck effect, or the founder effect. Okay, so I'll tell you before solving this question, we can directly eliminate 50% of the options, that is Hardy-Weinberg's equilibrium and block gene flow. Means the options are bottleneck effect and the founder effect. Now in the bottleneck effect, these natural disasters are very important. Because of these natural disasters only, the side of the population actually survived to form a new species. And that is why the answer is bottleneck effect. In the previous lectures, I made you to differentiate between the bottleneck and the founder effect. These are very two important effects along with Hardy-Weinberg's equilibrium to maintain the count of the population size in a given area. Understood? So the first answer, the answer to the first question is the bottleneck effect. Which one is or are correct in regards to Australopithecus? Australopithecus, you know, the ape man. Australopithecus, they are considered as immediate ancestors of modern apes, of modern apes. Australopithecus, they are also considered as the connecting link between apes and man, as they have characteristics which are similar to both. Now, what are the different options given? They lived in East Africa grassland, that's true. They lived in the East Africa grassland. They hunted with stone weapons. Australopithecus were the first one to use the stones as weapons, sharpened stones as weapons. They are they ate fruits, means they basically depended on the foods. They are, or basically vegetarians. They are frugivores. They were transitional stages between apes and humans. That's also true. So all the options are correct in question 2. All the options are correct. So the answer is D, all of the above. They lived in East Africa grassland. They hunted with stone weapons. They essentially ate fruits, and they were transitional stages between the apes and humans. Okay. Now the next question, the diversity within the wild bird species in the diagram whenever the name come wild bird species, okay, you can frame the answer in your brain. The options are not given. I'll write the option: natural selection, convergent evolution, adaptive radiation, and stasigenesis. So the main idea of solving such type of multiple choice questions is to rule out all the options, and you have to select the most appropriate, the closest answer to the question, closest and the relevant answer to the question, right? So this figure, it gives you a picture about adaptive radiation. That's very true. And adaptive radiation can only happen because of the natural selection. So here, both the options are correct. A and C mean natural selection along with adaptive radiation. So it is adaptive radiation along with natural selection which basically gives to divergent evolution. Okay, you can see the shapes of the beak. Okay, depending upon the environmental challenges, okay, they come up with these shapes. Or we can say there is the abundant amount of the food, so that is why to grasp maximum amount of food, their shape changes. So it is natural selection and adaptive radiation which shares the common ancestry but descent with modification, mean the natural selection. So convergent evolution is not convergent evolution because convergent evolution, the ancestors are different. Stasigenesis, what is stasigenesis? Stasigenesis basically relates to living fossils. When there are some particular species which actually exist in their primitive form in today's world, okay, so they are considered as living fossils, stasigenesis, okay, means evolution their evolution or the rate of evolution is so slow that they can behave both, or they can show the primitive characters as well. So stasigenesis is living fossils, okay. So this is the third question, and the answer is both A and C. Both A and C is the correct answer. Now, my dear students, moving to the next question. Which of the following has evolved mainly as a result of artificial selection? Okay. Artificial selection. Artificial selection is same as natural selection, but the fact is we are the initiators. Okay. I mean, we are the couplers and uncouplers of this artificial selection. I mean, the selection and the condition imposed to select, it depends on us. So the options are a darker coloring of the peppered moth near industrial areas, industrial melanism. It is not artificial selection. It is a part of natural selection. During the outbreak of industrial revolution, global revolution, especially in the European countries, okay, the peppered moth comes up with different types of, changes because of the more amount of production of smoke. The one which gets the survival advantage was actually previously was eliminated by the predators. Okay. So that is what the natural selection. The option 1 is incorrect for the given question. Option B, increased production of antibiotics by the fungus Penicillium species. Yeah, it can be the result of artificial selection that we have actually cultured the fungus Penicillium species, different species, and we have grown them to yield different antibiotics. Increased resistance of houseflies to the insecticide DDT. It is not DOT, it is DDT. It is also the part of natural selection. Increased tolerance of lichens to heavy metals on the tree bark around mine workings. It is also the part of the natural selection. So option B is the correct option for this question, artificial selection. Xylophyton gave the origin to horsetails, ferns, ginkgo, and coniferals. So Xylophyton is basically considered as the progenitor, or we can say the ancestor of ferns, mosses, okay, and the conifers. So all are the correct options, whether horsetails, ferns, ginkgo, and conifers. Okay, so this Xylophyton in the timeline of evolution of plants or trees, we can see the Xylophyton is basically considered as a common ancestor to give all these species. So all are the correct options. Evolution is descendant with modification. It's true. It's gradual. It's also true for Darwin. Is a change in the frequency of an allele within a population caused by differential reproduction in response to local environmental conditions. That is also true, and evolution is irreversible. That is also true. Because according to Darwin, point number 1 is correct, point number 2 is correct, point number C is also correct, and point number D is also correct. Although retrogressive evolution is also there, but there are some stages only which shares the part of the retrogressive evolution. So the answer will be all are correct. Understood? The first vascular plant was represented by, to the questions, okay, I think this is 4, 5, and 6. This is question number 7. The first vascular plant was represented by an extinct group. So the extinct group is Rhynia. Okay, even you just have to remember this term, Rhynia. Okay. So the first vascular plant was represented by an extinct group, that is Rhynia. Okay. Darwin finches provided an excellent evidence in favor of evolution. That's right. This evidence comes from the field of anatomy. No. Biogeography, Galapagos Islands, biogeography. Okay. Embryology, no. Paleontology, no. The answer will be biogeography. Okay. Parallelism is an adaptive. Divergence, no, it cannot be diverged. Convergence of closely related groups, that's true. Divergence, not true. Convergence of widely related species, that's also not true. Because parallel evolution or parallelism is only seen when closely related groups, they have the same adaptability factors. Okay. When closely related groups they have same adaptability. Okay, so option B is right. Hand of man, wings of bat, and flippers of seal, they represent vestigial organs, no. Analogous organs, no. Evolutionary organs, that's true. Only 3 options are given here. The hand of man, wing of bat, and flipper of seal, they represent evolutionary organs. Okay. Thorn of bougainvillea and tendril of cucurbita, they are the examples of vestigial organs, no. Analogous organs, completely no. Homologous organs. The thorn of bougainvillea and tendril of cucurbita, they share the same ancestors, common ancestors, okay? And they are the modifications, and that is why the answer is homologous organ. Fossils remain of Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx, a connecting link between reptiles and birds. So fossil remains of Archaeopteryx indicates it was a flying reptile from Permian period. No, the period is given wrong. It was a flying reptile from Triassic period. The evolution of Archaeopteryx is in the Jurassic period. So this is also wrong option. Reptiles give rise to birds during Jurassic period. Yeah, this is the correct option. Reptiles give rise to birds during Permian period. This is the wrong option. Okay, so only the C option is right. Okay, this is the right option. C. Reptiles give rise to birds during Jurassic period. So this was the neat time. Now we are going to study or going to come on the last few remaining topics. Only Homo sapiens sapiens in the timeline of human evolution is left over. Homo sapiens sapiens of modern man. They evolved around 10,000 years ago. Okay. Cranial capacity is 1450 centimeter cube. So the cranial capacity of Homo sapiens sapiens, I will like you to register one thing, which is in my notes, in my lectures, that you can see the Cro-Magnon man, the maximum cranial capacity. That is why they were shown with maximum cranial capacity. But the gray matter was not so developed. In case of humans, the cranial capacity is less than Cro-Magnon man, but they have very ample amount of gray matter, sulci gyri, which gives the good amount of intelligence ratio. Okay. Complete erect body posture. They come up with complete erect body posture. Homo sapiens sapiens. Okay. Orthognathus. The type of jaw is orthognathus. Okay. There are two types of jaws which are mentioned here. One is prognathic. The other one is retrognathic. And the third one is orthognathic. Prognathic means what? Either maxilla or mandible or both. They are protruding, means they come and meet anteriorly. Come and meet anteriorly. Retrognathic, either maxilla or mandible, one of them is reduced. And orthognathic means maxilla is somewhat outwards in comparison to mandible. Okay, so mandible is somewhat inwards in comparison to maxilla. So this is orthognathic type of jaw. So Homo sapiens sapiens, they have orthognathic type of jaw. Prognathic, okay, it can be seen in the previous or the prehistoric man. Okay, then retrognathic jaw, in which one of the maxilla or mandible is not completely developed or not fully attained to its full size because of any of the reasons. And the third is orthognathic. So Homo sapiens sapiens of the modern man is having orthognathic jaw, well developed speech center, mean cerebrum development, cerebral development is marked cerebral development. Developed languages, so Brock's area, Wernicke's area. In the cerebral hemispheres, Brock's area and the Wernicke's area, around in the regions of frontal and the parietal regions, they are highly developed so that they can communicate easily with each other. Okay. Less hairs on the body as compared to fossil man. They have less hairs on body as compared to fossil man. Omnivores, they are omnivorous. It is believed that modern man evolved in Africa. Agriculture was also started by them only, Homo sapiens sapiens. Okay, just be with me. I'll show one more thing. Now, Cro-Magnon men, they come up with the well-developed speech center, orthognathic jaw. Okay, so these are some common, features which relate Homo sapiens fossilis, and that is why it is known as what? Fossil man. Understood? Fossil man. They were known for the cave paintings. That is why Cro-Magnon man. Okay, they were known for the cave paintings and domestication. Spatial points. There are some spatial points you have to remember. The course of cultural evolution is divided into 3 ages. Paleolithic, age of tools of stones and bones, Paleolithic era, which was the age of tools, especially stones and bones. Mesolithic, age of animals, animal husbandry, language, reading and writing, means script making. So Paleolithic, in which is considered as age of tools, of stones and bones. Mesolithic, which is considered as age of animal husbandry, language, reading and writing. Neolithic, okay, it includes Bronze age of agriculture, knowledge and use of cloths. The Bronze age is considered as the age of agriculture, knowledge and use of cloths. Okay. So after the Bronze Age, Iron Age comes. Present age is known as Iron Age. Iron Age. Okay. So we belong to Neolithic era and especially in the Iron Age. Man of future, Homo sapiens futurists. Dr. Shapiro named man of future as Homo futurilis. Dr. Shapiro. Taller and hairless body, Tom-like head and larger brain, because the fact is that in today's world, humans, they are more digitally developed. Their cognitive development is more than their muscular development. Mean they have more brain power in comparison to the muscle power. That is why they have, or they will be having Tom-like head and larger brain with no fifth finger. Okay, so fifth finger will be going to be vestigial. The reason being the different functions like archery, hunting, everything is, it is now coming to extinct. Okay, it is extincted, gone. And that is why there is no need of having this fifth finger. Okay, so that is why Homo futurilis will be having no fifth finger, Tom-like head and larger brain, taller and hairless body. Dr. Shapiro, he named the term Homo futurilis. Okay. So Paleolithic era, age of tools. Mesolithic era, age of animal husbandry, language, reading and writing. Neolithic era, Bronze age of agriculture, knowledge and use of cloths. And Iron Age, we are living in this age. Okay. Some more special points. Anthropology, study of evolutionary history of man. So anthropology is considered as study of evolutionary history of man. Understood? Ethology, study of animals, especially their habits and behavior. The study of habits and behavior of animals is known as what? The ethology. Then Hylobates Hollock. Hylobates Hollock. The gibbon is the only ape found in India. Forest of Assam. So Hylobates Hollock, Hylobates basically it is the family of gibbon, and that is why it is the only ape found in India, Forest of Assam. Understood? Races of human. 4 types. Caucasoid or Caucasians, Negroid or Negroes, Mongoloid or Mongolism, mean Asia, and Australoid. Okay, these are the 4 races. Caucaloid, Caucasians, Negroid, Negroes, Mongoloid, Mongolians, Asia, and the Australia. These are the four, you can see the four types of the races of humans. Hobbit. Recently, Richard Roberts, scientist, discovered a 18,000 years old fossil of a lady form Florisis. Lady form Florisis land situated near Australia. So from Florisis land near Australia, Richard Roberts, he discovered a fossil of a lady form, okay, and he gave the name Hobbit, means dwarf man, Homo floresiensis, okay. So this Homo floresiensis was basically given the name to the dwarf man fossil, which was collected by Richard Robert, okay, and his co-worker scientist, okay, and that is why he proposed the term Hobbit, okay. So anthropology is the study of evolutionary history of man. Ethology is the study of animal habits and behavior. Hylobates means given. Okay. There is one more term, anthropobiology. Anthropobiology is the study of biological relationship of the human race. Okay. Anthropobiology. 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 Study of biological relationship of the human race. Understood? So these were the special points you have to remember. There is one important term or the laws which are, you need to know. These laws are very helpful to fight some struggling questions of the NEET and other competitive examinations. Okay. So this was the picture. Okay. I'll write the laws. The first is Dolo's law. According to this law, evolution is irreversible. Is irreversible. The law was proposed by L. Dolo, in the year 1893. Cope's law. This is the first law. Second law is Cope's law. It states that there is a tendency of animals, there is a tendency for animals to increase in size during the long course of evolution. Okay. So Cope's law, that the animals, they have an inherent tendency to increase the size during long course of evolution. This is Cope's law. Okay. So Dolo's law, Cope's law, then Berkman's law. It says that warm-blooded animals species living in cold climates tend to be larger than the related species. Tend to be larger than the related species living in hot climates. Okay. When according to Bergman's law, the warm-blooded animals living in a cold climate, they have or they tend to have larger extremities than the species living in hot climate. Allen's law. The next is Allen's law. It states that animals that live in very cold climates, their extremities such as ears, tails, become progressively smaller. So extremities like ear, tail, they become progressively smaller. They become or progressively smaller because of the cold climates. In cold climates. So this was the Allen's law, the fourth law. Okay. Then there are some other laws as well, like Gauss law. Okay. I'll write here the Gauss law. This is the fifth one. According to this law, competitive exclusion principle. So basically the Gauss law basically suggests the competitive exclusion principle. Okay. It was proposed by Gauss in 1934 and the competitive exclusion principle was proposed by Hardin in 1960. It says that two species having the same ecological requirements cannot continue to occupy indefinitely in the same habitat, and that's true. So according to Gauss law, the one which is if there are two species, okay, having the same ecological requirements, they cannot continue to occupy indefinitely the same habitat because of the competition. Okay, these are the laws related to evolution. Understood? So this is a picture which basically help you to understand the human evolution. The proconsul man, first is proconsul man, Dryopithecus, Shivapithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Java man, Neanderthal man, Cro-Magnon man, and modern man. Everything is being given to you in the form of the points. So please go through the points just to make a link with this picture. Okay. So this is your task, your work to do. So one is the first picture is the proconsul man. Okay, you can see and please try to relate. Okay, proconsul man, first one. Then the second is the Dryopithecus. Third is the Shivapithecus. Fourth is the Ramapithecus. Fifth is Australopithecus. Sixth is Java man. Seventh is Neanderthal man. Eighth is Cro-Magnon man. And the ninth is modern man. Understood? Yeah. Ancestor line of humans: Propaleopithecus, Egyptopithecus, proconsul man, Dryopithecus, then Ramapithecus, Shivapithecus, Kenyapithecus. They are the same line for both apes and humans. So apes, they diversified. Then Australopithecus, it continues to form Homo habilis, Homo habilis to form Homo erectus, Java man, Peking man, and Homo heidelberg. Homo neanderthalis man, it gets diverged off and it continues to form Cro-Magnon man and then Homo sapiens sapiens. So this is a picture which will help you to understand that the line of human evolution includes Propaleopithecus, Egyptopithecus, proconsul man, Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Shivapithecus, Kenyapithecus. Okay, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, then Homo erectus Java man, Peking man, Homo heidelberg man, then Cro-Magnon man, okay, and Homo sapiens sapiens. So these are some common points I'll tell you Tree shrews, they were considered as the most or the smallest mammals. Tree shrews, they are the first real primates to evolve. Okay, old world monkeys are more closer to humans. Already told you. Chimpanzees closest ape to man. Australopithecus firstly show bipedal locomotion just like humans. Homo habilis is also known as handyman or the tool maker man. Homo habilis. Java man firstly used fire. Please remember this term. Homo habilis, handyman or the tool maker. Australopithecus first to show bipedal locomotion. W.C. Pei discovered the fossils of Peking man from China. Already told you. Neanderthal man, they believe immortality of soul. I already told you. Cro-Magnon man was a painter in cave paintings and regarded as the direct ancestor of modern man. Okay. Homo sapiens, sapiens is the man of today. Carolus Linnaeus called human as Homo sapiens, wise man. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus called humans as Homo sapiens, wise man. Huxley explained origin of man in his book The Man's Place in Nature. Darwin's explained ancestry of man in his book The Descent of Man. Human is the member of order Primata of class Mammalia. Primates originated 80 to 100 million years ago in Paleocene epoch of Cenozoic era. Primates, they originated in the Cenozoic era, and that too the Paleocene epoch 80 to 100 million years ago. Primates originated from elephant shrews. There were two types of shrews. I have already told you the difference, elephant shrews and the tree shrews, but they were not real primates. Elephant shrews, they are not considered as real primates. So these are some common important points. Please go through these points, okay? Now, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting yourself. Thank you for supporting science. Everyone, please take care. Stay safe. This is a very good picture and I want you to make a conclusion out of it. What is happening? Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe, everyone.